Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another unofficial H3 waiting room. We have a few things to talk about today. Some updates on Creator Clash, that's the main thing. And then some gaffes, some goofs, some not so goofy things as well. But we're going to start off with something a little silly. We finally have an update on AB's height. How tall is AB Ayad? Who's late? I'm on time. I do it 2 hours before the show starts. If you want me to start at 10, tell them to start at 12. Just saying. It's not my fault. It was kind of my fault. I've been editing a video. I'm very tired. So I was like, I'm going to start 30 minutes later, but I had a reason for it too. Okay. But let's move on to AB Ayad, or as he says, Abad. He says it really quick.
Hello, it's Haiju. 2 days ago, the H3 podcast wanted me to guess one of their members at Bayad height because he didn't want to get measured. He claimed 5'10", 5'10 and a half, and 6 feet. I decided to show a lot of pictures of him next to other people for this video. I'm going to guess his height. He was 4 inches taller than Waste Critical, who claimed 5'6", but due to the way they standing, it could be a 4.5 inch difference. He looks 2.5 inches taller than Jacksepticeye, who played 5'8". He looks 6 inches taller than Lana Ayad, who got measured.
We got a green line graph every single one of AB's photos. I'm telling you, he leans in for everything.
Who played 5'8".
Gotta keep that posture, mate.
6 inches taller than Lana Ayad, who got measured at exactly 5'4".
Stance up on him. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
5'2" and 5'4". This is strange because I actually do believe her 5'2" claim, but this height difference will make him 5'8". I highly doubt that he said tall. It could be the camera angle. I would have to look at height more, but I'm pretty sure she's 5'2". He looks 6 inches taller than Brown Stephen, who claimed 5'3". Based on seeing him next to other people, my guess is that he's 5'10", but it's also possible that he's 5'10 and a half. I would guess him no taller than that in the afternoon.
No taller than that in the afternoon. So we'll get to this in just a little bit. They did finally talk about the Creator Clash. Not Ian and Anissa, obviously. They stepped away. But we got an update from Ego Raptor Aaron Hansen. But we also have an update on Skill House. Anybody remember that? Anybody excited about that one? But so Skill House update. This was posted by someone. This is not a drill. I went to go watch Bring Her Back tonight at my local AMC theater, and I got there early in time for a late commercial that played before the actual trailers start, and they played the Skill House trailer. Sorry for the video quality. I was talking to my friend and didn't notice what was playing on the screen at first. By the time I noticed, the trailer was almost over, and I fumbled to take out my phone, so my camera was smudged. LOL, sorry. So this is it. Oh, I didn't click.
What's happening?
The Ceiling Fan Challenge.
What?
So, as we can see, it's the same trailer that they've been playing. They haven't even cut together a new trailer of any kind. But get tickets at fathomentertainment.com. And someone pointed out this has been playing for 1 month now. It's being released through the Fathom company that does musicals, religious events, indie movies, etc. 50 Cent was trying to block it, but took down the post disparaging Kavanaugh. So I assume he got paid and they worked it out. I think it's actually coming out this time. Probably, hopefully. We can all hope so. What are you talking about? This is the trailer that's been playing. The one where it's like, this challenge. I've seen this trailer multiple times. I sound like XQC? Or this guy? Oh, he does kind of sound like XQC.
What's happening?
The Ceiling Fan Challenge.
What?
I swear this is the only clip I've seen, is the Ceiling Fan Challenge. Maybe it is a new, because it's like the newer thing or whatever. What's the old trailer then? But anyways, on the fathomentertainment.com website, they are in their releases section, they do have Skill House. And it says it's a runtime of 94 minutes. Ooh, can I get this? It's going to be tiny. No, here we go. So this is what the poster is going to look like, apparently. From the writer of Saw, Skill House. And they have Triller just up on the... I mean, that's cool. Make it look like your site is used to kill people. Pretty nice. Clout is life. Clout is life. Hannah Stocking. Bryce Hall, Hannah Stocking, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. A Gen TV film. How many times? Actually, this is... I have to say, this looks like a very bad edit. This almost looks like a test image someone made, and Kavanaugh just kind of went, yeah, it looks good to me. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Ooh. Okay. This was another just little thing someone said. I don't know who this person is, but Sarah Spooks said, after a lot of thought and research, I've terminated my contract with GamerSupps. Don't want to move forward with companies that are partnered with Ethan Klein. I know it's difficult these days to find brands that don't have problematic entanglements, but it is what it is. I just feel like it's not even like you should go after the brands to take people down. I just think it's stupid that little things like this, like, they're not sponsoring Ethan because they think they agree with everything he does. They sponsor Ethan because they think that they can make money off of his fan base. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that's why any sponsorship is done, is because it's not because they agree with the ideology. They don't want to be, you know, strictly opposed to what's being said, but if they just don't have an opinion on it, they're just trying to make money off of the people in the fan base. I thought she was going to bring up the GamerSup supported a Nazi VTuber, but Ethan Klein, really, girl? You're so brave. It's giving. I can't wait. Who's the Nazi VTuber? I want to know about that. It's giving. I can't get behind them working, or it's giving. I can get behind them working with Nazis, but but not a Jewish man. That's where I draw the line. Sorry, I could not read apparently. I did not know this context. Who is the VTuber? Does anyone say? Are they really a Nazi, or is this one of those I don't like them so they're a Nazi type things? If this is about Kirsch, she definitely is a Nazi white supremacist. I've never heard of this person before in my life. Kirsch? I was gonna check out the channel, but honestly, VTubers is just softcore porn, so I can't even look at this. Like, clicking on one of these videos is just like, I don't want it getting in my algorithm. Looking up the name was probably enough. Why is there like a VTuber alt-right pop pipeline? I don't understand. It seems to not be uncommon. Isn't like, what's his name, Nux or whatever? Isn't he also kind of like a conservative idiot? But yeah, so that I did just think this was kind of funny. It's mostly a nothing burger because it's just like, what are we talking about? You don't want to buy GamerSup. You don't want to be sponsored by GamerSup anymore. Cool. You honestly didn't even have to tell somebody, like, tell your fan base about this. This is literally just like, I guess engagement farming. I don't even know what to call this, because it's like, could you even call this clout chasing? Because it's just so nothing. But this is a little more something. In his new video, Noah Samsen is sponsored by Ground News. In the sponsorship segment, he says their unbiased summary that the Washington shooting was anti-Semitic is wrong. Great advertisement, buddy. This is pretty funny, because I don't know why you would say this if it's just like, just don't bring it up. Honestly, just lie. Maybe he was hoping that it would show, like it would side with him when looking at the sources, but then he was like, maybe it's not, maybe I just need to disagree with the facts. But I guess he's also just disagreeing with ground AI, maybe. And I don't know. Using an AI as your, like, news source to, like, let AI try and break down different news articles and bias and stuff. It could be good eventually. I don't know if we're there just yet for it to be critical enough. Oop. Come on, Reddit.
The two main stories related to the shooting were covered by nearly 1,000 separate outlets. One of these stories, looking at the charging of the suspect with murder of a foreign official, received coverage from nearly 300 outlets. And each one of these 300 can be sorted and categorized using...
Ooh, we have a title? What is it? I'm not getting a title yet. Maybe it hasn't updated for me. How sad. Damn it. Skipping ahead.
Using Ground's tools. Ground offers a biased distribution visual for each story and a summary of the main points from each
Oh, you have a clip update. Nice.
political perspective.
No, yeah, this would work as a title. How many people do you think would come in if it was just titled this? I think they should try it one time just to see. Wait until after the show to make the title and see if people still come in. Just make the thumbnail a picture of Ethan and nothing else. Not even edited into anything, just with the green screen background.
As well as a coverage comparison between the outlets. With this story, there isn't really much a divergence on one of the key points, which is the motives of the shooter. Both sides seem to agree that the attack was motivated by anti-Semitism, and I'm not sure that's the case, and I'll explain why in a moment.
It's just so weird. Like, why even bring this up? It is kind of a bad advertisement for Ground News. Because it's basically saying, so here's my sponsor, here's how its breakdown works. But I also think that this breakdown is wrong, and let me explain why. So are you saying that this is like a bad thing to source, that it's going to be inaccurate? That, like, what would be the point of getting it? But beyond that, people have been coming for Ahmed even more, and it's just ridiculous. This is by far the funniest, with Hassan calling him a token, like a token Palestinian, when everybody came for Ethan's head for saying token Jews, for saying token Jew about Sam Cedar. And the funniest part about that is, he is quite literally calling him like saying that he wants to be like tokenized. Ethan, he might have said that at some point. I don't want to be completely wrong, but I think the point, moreover, was that these people are utilizing Sam Cedar as a token Jew in saying, "You're going and or go talk to this this Jew that agrees with me. Go talk to this Jewish man that agrees with me." But you get what I'm saying. It's like, I find it to be a complete double standard and shows the cognitive dissonance once more. God damn it. Why does Reddit... I'm glad Reddit doesn't just leave stuff playing with audio, but every time I try and play something, I just feel like such an idiot when I start playing it and there's absolutely no sound.
I would encourage folks to...
By the way, I need you to understand, Ahmed Al-Khatib has written for Barry Weiss's The Free Press. Israel killed 31 of my family members in Gaza. The pro-Palestine movement isn't helping. Over the last 2 decades, Western activists have only made things worse for my people. Barry Weiss also, again, is a agent of Hasbara. This person basically works for the state of Israel. Maybe not directly, but pretty much as directly as you can get, okay? Unlike the many anti-Zionist Jews that you know that are not tokens, no matter how much Ethan Klein claims that they are, is a token. And he's a paid token. He uses the death of his family as a way to literally do propaganda for the state of Israel. It is insane.
So we can put them in the description.
I sent this.
Check out Ahmed's org Realign for Palestine here. It's linked in the description. So let's go to the Realign for Palestine website. This is a website that's literally just pro-Israel talking points, anti-Palestinian talking.
I feel like the only reason he says that is because I went on the website, like, obviously I'm not a great activist. I do not go and dive into these issues as much as I probably should. There are other, I'm more of a community person. The things I'm looking at are more localized rather than the global reach. So that's on my, poor outlook on my behalf. But when going and looking at the website, the first thing I noticed is that it's promoting a two-state solution, which I feel like is the main reason that they're going to consider it pro-Israel or whatever. It's just a really weird, because again, like, is he going to point out anything that is pro-Israel, or is he just going to say it and scroll through the website really fast?
Set up to like masquerade as a pro-Palestinian website, and front and center, you go here, donate to the movement, you click it. Donate today to stand with us in building a future rooted in hope and dignity. Each contribution strengthens the movement for peace and self-determination. You know, I notice this is not tax deductible. It's not donating to a charity. It's literally just sending your money to Ahmed Fouad Al-Khatib and the Atlantic Council. And this is marked as donate for Palestine. And it's in the description of the video. After 2 years, the stalwart pro-Palestinian Ethan Klein finally attempts to raise money for Palestine. And he sends it straight to a pro-Israel think tank. And it has like this thing of like quotes from Palestinians who support it. And they're all from Ahmed Fouad Al-Khatib. It's literally his personal vanity website in which he solicits donations for himself. This is disgusting. This is absolutely gross. This is foul. What more is there to say about this? This guy solicits donations for himself from people who think they are donating to Gaza. What more can you expect from a dirty, disgusting collaborator like him? And what more can you expect from Ethan Klein? By doing this, Ahmed Fouad Al-Khatib and the H3 podcast are literally stealing food from the mouths of starving Palestinian babies. And that is not an exaggeration. Ghouls.
I mean, it's crazy. Ahmed asked to interview you when he was talking to Ethan. Please do and put him back in his place. No. Yeah, dude. So that they can cut more propaganda to be like, Hassan talks down the Palestinians who don't love Hamas. I'm never going to give him a platform. He already has enough in liberal media.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Palestinians who don't love Hamas. Ethan, please do and put him back in his place. No. Yeah, dude. So that they can cut more propaganda to be like, Hassan talks down the Palestinians who don't love Hamas. I'm never going to give him a platform. He already.
It's just so funny to be like, I'm never gonna give him a platform to explain their perspective on the matter. What I'm rather gonna do is completely isolate my fan base and fucking make them perceive things in one specific viewpoint. Like, bro, what? What the fuck? How do people listen to this and not realize that they're literally just watching propaganda? They're watching a propagandist, a self-proclaimed propagandist who only wants to manipulate their viewpoint. Hello, everybody. Welcome into the stream. Thank you all so much for being here.
He has enough in liberal media. What's next, dude? Should I talk to members of the Israeli state as well and normalize their positions too?
Talking to them doesn't normalize their positions, Hassan, unless you think talking with the Houthi teenager was. Unless you were trying to normalize the perspective that the Houthis were good, right? That what they're doing, I mean, you do think they're good. I like that he just fell off that point too, that he's just like, well, I do think they're good, so I would talk to him. It's so fucking stupid. Like, all of it's just so dumb. Oh my god, talking to people that have different viewpoints. It gives you a broader perspective and then allows you to like analyze and then like break down why their perspective, why their philosophy is wrong. And then that will embolden your fan base and your perspective. But instead it's like it's this, oh my god.
out of here.
Yeah.
Different theories and works. In fact, I had like a 4-hour discussion with someone today on a workshop. So as I work at the Atlantic Council, where I am a resident senior fellow, but also I run Realign for Palestine through the Atlantic Council, and I have a
y'all chilling at 90s and 77. I'm at a cool 93 outside right now, but I got like 73 in here. A nice chill temperature.
We have like our own standalone website, realignforpalestine.org. There is a donate button, and yeah, so like you're certainly folks can donate there, but also I would encourage folks to consider the World Food Program has a Gaza Appeals page that is dedicated just for here, I'm going to give you
Israeli promoted, Israeli funded, Israeli. It's all Israeli. I genuinely don't understand how you can watch. Like, do they really just watch the H3 podcast, all of it, with these preconceived notions in their mind, and then when someone comes with something else, they're just gonna go, no, you're lying, you're actually a liar, and like, it's just so weird that why watch something that's obviously going to, like, oh my god, it's gonna challenge your worldview. Like, I really do not get it. Because like I'm saying, you should talk about stuff, but if you're really going in with the perspective that this person's wrong, everything they're saying is wrong, and everything they're saying is only to the benefit of the thing that I am opposed to, I don't get the point there.
the page that is dedicated for sending food just for Gaza, and they are incredibly capable.
Oh, that's great. What is that's
so
the world?
Yes, I just dropped it.
So send us both links so we can put them in the description.
Yeah, I sent this link. So this is the U.S. This is the fundraising arm of the World Food Program, but all money here donated at this link goes to the World Food Program for Gaza specifically, and they're basically one of the biggest feeders of Gaza right now at scale. And then I'm going to send you, so yeah, so you can donate there if you want to feed Gazans, and I'll send you the Realign for Palestine website that I would love if people can explore. And as you navigate that website, there is there's an option to.
Can you Lena, can you donate 1,000 to each one of those orgs for us? And then I hope that other people will join in supporting your cause, and it's great to know that there's that.
The World Food Program.
That's it. Yeah, that's really a good recommendation. Yeah,
I know those people for sure. They are like they're like they are getting food into Gaza right now. That's
great.
Those trucks that you hear about, that's all them.
Okay.
And that's what.
So there it is. I encourage everyone to support. We're going to send some money to both of those orgs. And thank you for calling and sharing your perspective. It's really, really nice to.
This is genuinely how I feel. It's so fucking disgusting. I don't think he's dumb and lost. See, people that keep saying stuff like this, he's so dumb and lost. I think that it really is calculated at this point. Like, the fact that it's just so, it's like clinical almost. The way that he just completely discredits, like, just everything, just completely diminishes anybody's perspective based purely on, like, hearsay from them, just to go, well, they work for Israel, not directly, but like as much as anyone else could. They support Israel. They're an Israel propagandist, even though Hassan is a self-proclaimed propagandist. But then Ethan posted this. I don't use X. I have an X account, but I don't use it, so I obviously don't follow Ahmed. Is it just Ahmed? Because Ethan was saying Ahmed, but I just keep hearing other people say Ahmed over and over again. But whatever, it doesn't really matter. I'm going with Ahmed because Ethan said Ahmed and he didn't correct him, so that's my assumption. Right as I was knee-deep in grieving the killing of a family member in the Gaza Strip by an Israeli airstrike, not to mention helping dozens of friends and allies deal... Sorry, let me zoom in a little bit. Harder for me to read. Okay. Not to mention helping dozens of friends and allies deal with the unprecedented hunger disaster in the coastal enclave. Hamas's transnational armies of terrorists, grifters, pedophiles, liars, and agents of anti-Semitism and hatred were launching a multi-front campaign to cause me maximum harm and distract from my ability to do work that truly matters. YouTuber Ethan Klein hosted me on his podcast and donated $1,000 each to the World Food Programme's Gaza Appeal and to Realign for Palestine, my project at the Atlantic Council, an umbrella nonprofit think tank organization in Washington, D.C., where I work. An Australian terrorist hiding in Argentina who goes by the name of Bad Empanada. I liked that in the conversation they had, he kept calling him the Bad Empanada. He should have done that here. The Bad Empanada. The Bad Emma Panda made a video claiming that I'm laundering money to Israel and the Atlantic Council, sending hordes of these deranged followers to attack me. It didn't help that Hamas's chief propaganda officer in America, Turkish-American Hassan Piker, piled on to rile up Hamas's transnational terrorists into a frenzy against me. What followed was a despicable series of attacks and actions. Hordes of complaints got my Facebook personal account, where I had 20,000 plus followers, disabled by Meta. Additionally, a group of pro-Hamas fans of the Bad Empanada and Hassan Piker see, you did it here. Pro-Hamas fans of the Bad Empanada and Hassan Piker filed FBI complaints against me and Ethan Klein, saying that I'm a front for laundering money to Israel. This is also like, to be able to just point at somebody and go, that's a laundering operation, kind of, it's kind of just like, you don't think that would defeat the whole purpose of what laundering is? Laundering is very, like, under the radar. You wouldn't be able to tell, like, that they're laundering money. It wouldn't just be like, well, clearly he says he supports Palestine, but then the money goes to Israel because he says he wants a two-state solution. But I continue. He continues. What's ironic is that almost a year ago, a leftist Russian-Iranian rag ran a hit piece against me claiming that the Israeli government was paying me $30 million to promote genocide. And when that failed to undermine me, I'm now supposedly funneling money to Israel via the Atlantic Council. This is what supporting terror does to people's brains. Zero critical thinking, lies, manipulation, and brainless followers. What's hilarious is that the pedophile Empanada's video literally had a donation link to support him throughout the whole video. Hey, Bad Empanada, he's calling you a pedophile. You said that you're going to sue, right? You said that I'll sue you for calling me a pedophile. That's all lies. Send him a lawsuit so they can, they can really deal with the back and forth here. Also, the Drew Pavlov's thing, you don't have a reputation to diminish, so we can call you whatever we want. Okay, but what's hilarious is the pedophile Empanada's video literally had a donation link to support him throughout the whole video, as he's talking about me sending donations to Israel. Ask yourself, why are an Australian, a Turk, and a Malaysian going out of their way to attack a Gazan American? How is it that as Hamas is being rejected en masse by the people of Gaza, a transnational cocktail of terrorists, online influencers, gamers, alleged pedophiles, and Southeast Asians is trying... I don't mean to throw a wrench in this, but I am a little confused by the Southeast Asians part. Look at how this cocktail of pedophiles and Southeast Asians. I get that he's pointing to someone directly, but still, I don't know. It's lost in translation. Is trying to out Palestinian acting Palestinian. All of these people, the terrorists, online influencers, gamers, alleged pedophiles, and Southeast Asians, are trying to out Palestinian actual Palestinians. This is the disease and the mental illness that attracts so many to the pro-Palestinian cause. A just and urgent cause worthy of helpful and impactful allies, not losers and imbeciles who have no business talking about this issue in the first place. It's time to confront Hamas's transnational terror armies that are lurking everywhere. I say again, Hamas is severely weakened and loathed and is being rejected by massive swaths of Gaza's desperate population. However, Hamas, the idea, not unlike Al-Qaeda and ISIS, is well and thriving among transnational groups of people who are inciting the next generation of terrorists. Most terribly, transnational support for Hamas is destroying any hope that genuine and sincere pro-Palestine advocacy can obtain meaningful gains to actually move this issue forward. I really don't have much to add to this. Very poignant, very well put. And the fact that all of these people act like, oh, you're not getting any hate. These people aren't getting any hate. What about the hate that the Palestinians are getting? What about this? What about that? It's just so weird. Yeah, he doesn't want to destroy Israel. That means he's a bad guy. We've cracked the case. But yeah, we'll move on to Creator Clash now. If I don't use Twitter, but I'm gonna give him a follow. I'll give him a follow. He's just supporting Israel. Proud American, Gaza native, pro-Palestinian, pro-peace, anti-Hamas and occupation, realigned for Palestine. Senior fellow at Atlantic Council. Own views. Oh, here, let's just read this one real quick. How long is this? Ooh, this one's actually pretty long. I'll just read the introduction, and then you guys can go and read. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Maybe I do need to read it all. I'll read it. I'll just read this. We have the time. What being pro-Palestinian means to me, my platform. I'm passionately, unequivocally, and without hesitation a proponent of the Palestinian people's just and urgent aspirations for self-determination, liberation, sovereignty, and safety. I grew up in Gaza, where I experienced Israeli violence and bombardment, including one incident that almost killed me and caused me permanent hearing impairment. My family is still in Gaza and has suffered dozens of deaths during the latest war. My grandparents were expelled from their ancestral homelands in 1948 and fled to the Gaza Strip. And my parents were raised in a refugee camp in Rafah during the 1950s. This background informs and influences me and speaks to why I care about the Palestinian issue and consider myself pro-Palestine. I am motivated by a sincere desire to see my people obtain their legitimate and undeniable rights, which they have not had for decades. Yet I, and many others, especially those who are silent or are forced to be quiet, struggle with finding a political home in today's pro-Palestine movement. Increasingly, it feels as if pro-Palestine activism is dominated by maximalists wanting all of historic Palestine and other zero-sum positions and approaches, slogan-driven voices, and narratives. There is a lack of pragmatic and humanistic ability to hold multiple truths at once and to advocate nuanced and color-rich positions and views that are not black and white depictions and understandings of the Israel and Palestine conflict. Here's what, to me, an effective and meaningful pro-Palestine platform entails. So, 1. Supporting the right of Palestinians to a sovereign and independent state living in peace side by side with Israel. So this is in support of a two-state solution. Condemning Israelis' government actions, policies, priorities, and decisions to kill, harm, and undermine or oppress the Palestinian people. We're moving in the right direction. This is all beautiful. This is beautiful right now. I don't know how to read either. That's why I keep stuttering over everything. Don't worry. We're all in this together. Yeah, you're right. Hassan is more Palestinian than Ahmed. He was thinking about going there once. What's Ahmed did? All he did was leave. Just saying. But criticizing and decrying the conduct. Okay, that was a joke. That sounded too serious the way I said it. 3. Criticizing and decrying the conduct of the war in Gaza. The military occupation in the West Bank and the Israelis' government disregard for Palestinian civilians' lives and the destruction of property and cities. Rejecting, denouncing, and exposing the theft of Palestinian land in the West Bank and the sprawling settlement enterprise and settler violence. Supporting highly targeted, specific, and effective sanctions against individuals, groups, and entities that are enabling the unjust and illegal occupation of the West Bank and harming Palestinian civilians. This is the type of stuff that's like actual. This is like actualized, like, what's your proposal? What do we do? What are the actual solutions? He's actually giving like some kind of solution. Like, you can act like they're not enough, or like these supports won't actually like these aims don't actually like benefit anyone or accomplish anything, but you would have to argue that these do sound like actual like perspectives that are not being talked about enough. This is all wrong. If you want to support Palestine, all you have to do is watch Hassan Denham's, Noah Samson, Bad Empanada, and Mike from PA. So real. Mike from PA especially. He'll give you all of your Middle Eastern knowledge. If you want to hear from a true Arab, watch Mike from PA. PA stands for Palestine. Acknowledging the tragedy. Okay, so 7. Acknowledging the tragedy experienced by hundreds of thousands of displaced Palestinians from 1948 and giving them / their descendants the right to return to the land of a future Palestinian state in the West Bank and in the Gaza Strip. So he's saying to just he's talking about redefining the borders in the West Bank and Gaza to give people, you know, reclaim to some of the land that's been stripped from them. And then 8 is understanding past and contemporary mistakes that have set the Palestinian people back by decades and made them pawns in ideologies in geopolitical programs, agendas, and designs. Literally what is happening currently. 9, developing a developing a pragmatic and realistic framework for recognizing Israel's existence, right to exist, and the inevitability of its continued existence. All of which should inform how a solution is approached. And we need to focus on this inevitability part, because it is true that basically the only real things that can happen is a 2-state solution, or they keep fighting and Israel eventually wipes fucking all of Gaza and the West Bank out. And I don't think anybody actually wants that. So the only thing we can really work towards is a 2-state solution that maybe can eventually form into a 1-state. But we have to think about baby steps. And dispensing with delusional and destructive elements of the Palestinian narrative, and acknowledging that there will not be a full liberation of all of Palestine, there will not be a right of return to what is now mainland Israel, and that Israel cannot and should not be confronted militarily or through any form of violence. So again, a denounce of Hamas. And also to say that it's like, yeah, like there will not be a full liberation. It's sad to say. It's the same in America. We want to liberate the natives, our indigenous peoples, but it would be impossible to give them back all of their lands. Like, it sucks. Like, that sucks. It's terrible. But we have to think of a way forward, not just like how we can get to somewhere in the past, like how we can get back. We need to move on. But 11, promoting a cultural shift away from revolutionary rhetoric, martyrdom, and armed resistance, and instead rebranding coexistence and peace as a courageous and necessary evolution to preserve Palestinian lives, land, and heritage, and foster a new generation of nation builders who are focused on doing the most with what the Palestinians currently have and can have in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. 12. Denouncing and rejecting anti-Semitism while also acknowledging that Zionists and Israelis are a diverse group, people, and that the Palestinians have to work with all of these segments to have sustainable coexistence and peace. Because, yeah, I mean, even in the idea of having eventually a 1-state solution or whatever, like you would have, there would still be Zionists. Like there would still be extremists on each side, the same way that there are extremists in America or in any country. It's like there's always going to be extremism regardless of like we need to figure out how to work alongside people and know when to concede and when to like push back. Like it's they're those both of those like things are necessary. Like at time, like in particular moments. 13. I want to make sure I'm not skipping any. I feel like I might be skipping some, but I don't think so. Understanding how violent/hateful rhetoric, actions, and mistakes are detrimental because they empower right-wing and extremist forces in Israel who are opposed to Palestinian rights, and that persistent mistakes and incendiary rhetoric and proclamations erode support for the Palestinian people and cause. This is true too, and this is one thing that I've pointed to, is that do you really think that more violence from Hamas or more violent rhetoric from like the supporters of Palestine, the supporters of Gaza and the West Bank, the supporters of the Palestinian movement, if they're doing violent or hateful rhetoric, all that is going to do is make all of the like extremists in the government of Israel be more extreme and push to more extreme ends. And 14 is recognizing Palestinian agency, responsibility, and accountability when taking action that have negative consequences and outcomes, and acknowledging that while there is an asymmetry of power dynamics, Palestinian leaders, political groups, and prominent figures should make rational and responsible choices to optimize for better prospects. 15. Accepting that even with East Jerusalem as the capital of a future Palestinian state, access to holy sites must always be shared and open to all. Also an interesting point, because yeah, I mean, is that one thing people are actually trying to like push back on, that like they should just tear down the Wailing Wall, the Western Wall? They should tear that down, maybe tear down the Holy Sepulchre too. Be like, give it back to the Muslim Arabs, and that's it. I don't understand why people do make it a religious argument, because it is just about the people. And like I've said, like as soon as you make it a religious argument or like talk about like the historical like things, it's like the oldest religious site is a Jewish site, so weigh them, you know, weigh it all together. But 16 is realizing how nefarious regional players like the Islamic Republic of Iran, I gotta say that so weird, Iran, and its proxies are not sincere, or I like split both Iran and Iran together. That was kind of amazing. But its proxies are not sincere or helpful allies in the Palestinian people, and have done so much damage to the entire region and the Palestinian cause. Developing the capacity to hear Jewish perspectives and grievances, historical and contemporary, to understand why pro-Palestinian supporters believe what they do, and why Israel means so much. Oh my God. Let me retry that. To understand why pro-Israel supporters believe what they do and why Israel means so much to them, even if one disagrees with those opinions and views. 18. Understanding that Hamas recklessly endangered Palestinian lives and placed the people of Gaza in significant harm, and that the group relies on Palestinian suffering as part of its strategy to delegitimize Israel globally, while perpetuating the conflict without any meaningful resolution. Because yeah, what is Hamas's actual like end goal? That would be like is it just to destroy all of Israel, destroy all of the Israelis? Because I mean, they're fine with attacking civilians, so where do they draw the line? But then 19, the final one, is registering the dangers of Islamist rhetoric and ideology that seeks to Islamize Palestinian society and turn the Palestinian national project into a religious one in pursuit of an Islamic state that, by default, will be exclusionary and incapable of accommodating diverse residents in the future Palestinian country. I am compelled to share the aforementioned because, for far too many people, pro-Palestine activism has been reduced to incendiary language that fails to capture the multiple moving parts of what is needed to advance the just and urgent Palestinian aspiration for freedom and independence. While many students, activists, advocates, and academics and analysts have their hearts in the right place, many cannot present viable and pragmatic ideas that are not mere rhetorical statements and empty slogans. I know that many strongly disagree with my views and opinions, and that's entirely fine. Still, many more are eager to see the recalibration of pro-Palestine activism to actually help the Palestinians achieve statehood instead of inflaming division and fostering hostility towards supporters of Israel and the Jewish community. Many in Palestine are aware of the need to be pragmatic and not think that angry protests, BDS, anti-Semitism, endless academic lectures, social media activism, or feel-good slogans will actually make a difference. Wow, he's even calling out BDS. Interesting. I think that is like an interesting point in there. That, yeah, like the BDS list. I've been saying that. I'm going to start saying it more because I've been saying that I think it's dumb how all these people that are like, I'm doing activism. I didn't buy a Coca-Cola. I let the next guy buy it. It's like, what are you talking about? But it's time to rejuvenate pro-Palestinian movement that serves as a big tent to encompass multiple views and opinions and to invite and promote broad alliances, especially with mainstream Jewish and Israeli communities, to work toward a just and sustainable resolution of the conflict once and for all. This is entirely attainable and achievable with humility, civility, patience, compassion, and kindness. And kindness, perseverance, and determination. A willingness to accept reasonable compromises and accommodations, and, most importantly, the recognition of both sides' undeniable and mutual humanity. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I'm going to give shout out Catherine after all. Thank you for becoming one of Quasar's cadets. 5 big booms. Boom, 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 boom. Did I do an extra one? I might have. But do I have to do that every time someone becomes a member now? Might have to. But yes, this is clearly all pro-Israel, clearly all propaganda. He doesn't believe any of this stuff that he said, or maybe he does, and somehow this is still pro-Israel. I really don't get what the point is that they're like, oh, he's an Israel propagandist, yada yada yada. Okay, sure. But now we move on to Creator Clash 3. The event of the year, the event of the summer now fall. Oh, I did do an extra one. Nice. Amazing. 6 booms. But Creator Clash 3, they finally updated the website Saturday, October 25th, 2025. Hollywood Palladium, Los Angeles, California. So yeah, all those people that bought tickets and bought plane tickets and bought hotel stays and bought Airbnb stays, they're going to have to try and, get their money back, a month prior. But they did take off LA Beast, Harley. They have up everybody. They obviously... This is someone else. Who is this? Wait. Oh my god. Is it Freddie Wong? Did Freddie Wong step away too? Yeah, after the whole thing that he sent, after the thing got leaked, I imagine he was probably just like, yeah, I think I'm done. But yes, and then our girl Lena is also removed, which is good that they don't have it on the site anymore because it's just encouraging, people who might not know. But then also all they have right now is the pay-per-view tickets. It doesn't seem like you can buy here. Actually, I want an event ticket. This is not an event ticket. A pay-per-view ticket is for the live stream only. I want an actual event ticket. Okay, they do have them at Ticketmaster. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I see. It's because, yeah. They're only allowing the pay-per-view tickets right now, and I guess they're obviously going to keep their pay-per-view. What is happening? Did I just get I just get a virus? What the hell just happened? Freddy's out? Here, I'll look up on Freddie Wong Twitter. I imagine he probably said something on Twitter about it. Freddie Wong Okay, I'm not seeing anything. He still hasn't posted on his X, on his Twitter. I haven't seen anything on the Reddit yet. I imagine if he did, it would have been there. True. Well, this seems like a pretty quick update. It's the one person I'm noticing isn't on here is Freddie Wong, so I feel like he probably stepped away too after the whole, just the fact that he was the one who had to come forward and basically beg for transparency. But they did, in fact, add a transparency segment onto the website. But first, I want to look at this little bit from LA Beast. LA Beast ripping apart Creator Clash 3 in his Twitter replies. So he was talking about how he's no longer doing Creator Clash. And someone said, reason 1, scared. And he said, scared of the multiple red flags and irreversible damage it can do to one's brand by being associated with the event. Amazing. He also said, how it's gotten to this point is a real bummer. Selfishness on the part of a select few has taken away from the charity aspect and fighters who put in the sacrifice, the gym training, the last few months. I sacrificed time away from my newborn son and wife to train 5 to 6 days a week. And like training 5 to 6 days a week, like obviously he's a YouTuber, like he's going home. But after training that much, like you're probably fucking tired. He doesn't have time to like spend with his wife and his new baby. Because literally, it's a newborn. I remember I started watching LA Beast, and immediately after I started watching him, he had a baby, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. And it wasn't that long ago. But fighters have also lost money, such as myself. My trainer costs 500 dental grade mouthpiece, headgear, boxing gloves, shoes, etc., etc. I'm a few grand in the hole at this point. The whole thing started to unravel down the stretch, unfortunately. The fighters on the card are the true victims here. I was truly hoping to make it to fight night. It's the most unfortunate to the hard-working fighters on the card that have been dragged through this outside mess. A true travesty. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Just for the record, I've never been one to dabble in religion or politics on social media, and that's pretty much why Creator Clash 3. That's pretty much what Creator Clash 3 has become. I didn't sign up for this. None of the fighters did. I'm still showing up to the gym every day and preparing to fight. I didn't come all this way just to quit. I will fight in an actual dumpster that's on fire, if that's how Creator Clash is going to be. Okay, I'm confused by that a little bit. The last one is a little bit confusing. I'm still showing up to the gym every day and preparing to fight. I didn't come all this way just to quit. I will fight in an actual dumpster that's on fire if that's how Creator Clash is going to be. Maybe he's saying he's going to do that instead of Creator Clash, maybe. Because, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's what he means. That would make more sense, at least. Yeah, I mean, yeah, none of them would have had an issue if Ian just waited to make the content cop or didn't make it at all. I mean, like, it didn't help anybody. It didn't even help Ian, really. It did bring him probably some momentary clout that'll, fade away by the end of the summer, especially now that he's not in Creator Clash 3 anymore, not involved. This would have been the only thing keeping him in relevance, but maybe he'll drop another, content cop, Loner Box, and he'll start talking about how Loner Box is wrong about all of his historical claims. So here's the transparency Q&A. We're going to read this and then watch the little video where they talk about it, because I really want to see if they say anything more than what we're able to learn from the fighters and from what they put on the website, because I want to know if this video almost was entirely pointless. So the transparency Q&A. When and where is the updated Creator Clash 3 event taking place? Creator Clash 3, okay, we could have just looked at the beginning, like the front page. This is kind of an unnecessary question, but okay. Could have maybe put this one a little bit farther down. Creator Clash 3 will now take place on Saturday, October 25th, 2025, at the Hollywood Palladium in Los Angeles, California. Tickets will be available to attend the in-person event, and it will be broadcasted live on Veeps. Why was the event moved to Los Angeles? Los Angeles made the most sense. Why? That's not an answer. Wait, what? It's a much larger market. It's home to a lot of creators, and it helps us keep event and production costs down. That means we can put more focus on what matters, making the show great, raising money for charity, and giving fans the best experience possible, whether you're watching live or tuning in from home. Okay, I guess it makes the most sense for you guys. It does not make the most sense for the people that already bought tickets. But okay. Like literally, he's saying it made the most sense for the fighters and for production, but it does fuck over the fans. And it also, I'm sorry, but I'm sure some of the fighters probably had some that's a complete speculation, but I would assume that some of the fighters had some hotel stays like booked out or whatever in advance. I genuinely don't understand why he ever thought releasing the content cop before Creator Clash 3 was a good idea. I think that maybe he thought that it was going to like bring some eyes onto him, but in a good way. He didn't realize how wrong he was in a lot of his claims, in every one of his claims. Yeah, it literally is. He thought people would be on his side. Someone posted a picture of what the Hollywood Palladium looks like for a boxing event, and it looks funny. Oh, let me look that up. Palladium. Is this a joke? This isn't a boxing match. This is an MMA match, but I imagine a boxing match wouldn't look much different. What the I'm genuinely like, Hollywood Palladium. Yeah, it is. This is like where they host like award ceremonies and stuff. And just like galas. What the fuck? Oh my god, this one. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's gonna be more fights in the crowd than the entertaining fights in the fucking cage. Like, come on, man. This is crazy. That is genuinely like kind of it's sad. Like, my god, that is crazy. That is insane. Okay. Okay, so they host concert there. I mean, that makes sense. Like something like that, award ceremonies, galas, concerts, something that's kind of more intimate where people can be packed in tight. It looks like a very small space. That looked like some kind of amateur MMA event. Like that's literally what that looked like some amateur low-level MMA match. So, what happened with ticket refunds? All in-person ticket holders will receive a full refund through Ticketmaster. Pay-per-view tickets will still be honored for the new date. If you'd prefer a refund instead, those will be made available for all pay-per-view ticket holders. Information on event tickets for the LA event will be announced in the coming weeks. Okay, I mean, like, yeah, just cancel it. No, like, I believe it's a nice venue. I mean, I've heard of the Palladium before. That's the thing. It's like, when they said the Palladium, I was like, I've heard of that venue, so I didn't think about it, you know what I mean? I didn't think about the scale. But yeah, like, there's a difference between I don't even know what the classification would be. It's like a music venue versus a sports venue. I feel like they're different capacities. You have like a difference between in the round and a stage. Like, I don't know. Yeah. God damn. Someone's outside with a leaf blower. Yeah, it's about to look like a play about boxing. I mean, the boxing's gonna be about as good as if they were just choreographing a play, like, if we're being honest. Oh my god. But yeah, so they're refunding tickets, which is good. So people, you know what that means though? They don't have any guarantees of people coming to the new event. So they're going to refund all those tickets, and then people are going to have to re-buy tickets. Damn. Will all of the original fighters still be competing? not all fighters will be available for the new date. Yeah, they're not available. That's what it is. It's because you moved the date that they're not available. That's what it is. An updated fight card will be announced in July that will also include some fresh faces. Okay, so they're adding some new people. Add me in. I'm ready. Ego Raptor. Let me fight. What's happening with fundraisers and charity? Fundraising efforts will continue and expand in the lead up to the new event date. All funds raised so far are secure and unaffected. The Creator Clash 3 broadcast will once again be run as a charity stream, with Stand Up to Cancer, SU2C, remaining our exclusive beneficiary. Funds raised through the Creator Clash Tiltify campaign go directly to the charity. All donations and designated fundraising proceeds go to Stand Up to Cancer. While Creator Clash is a traditionally promoted for-profit event, the financial success of the event does not impact the amount raised for charity. This structure, separating charitable fundraising from business operations, is new to this year and was put in place after the setbacks and confusion that followed last year's event. You mean the failures of last year's event? The failures including having a gala, having a big event where all the creators came, even though the money didn't go to charity. It's part of our commitment to rebuild trust, already kind of given us that lawyer talk, but really rebuilding that trust, and keep our charitable mission clear, transparent, and protected. Transparent. Transparent indeed. But also, what's the point of doing the event at all then? I guess because it's a charity stream. But like, you could just do any kind of charity stream. Making all these they're not even amateurs. They're training to do this event. They're not even training to become amateur fighters. Make it like, oh my god, you could have put on like maybe a cool amateur event that has like the different creators come and they do like little things in between the fights. They come and do like a little thing. Maybe they do have 1 or 2 fights that's from, but like having this, it just makes no sense. You could have done one or the other, but instead you're like, okay, we're gonna do them both like side by side, and then whatever money gets raised is kind of secondary. It's not as important to the money we make. Okay, so whatever. Moving on. Why did Ian and Anissa step away from Creator Clash? Ian and Anissa have stepped away from Creator Clash in every capacity as stakeholders, event managers, and creatives to give the event space to grow under. Wait, what? To give the good job. Oh my god. Good job, guys. Good job fucking like checking this before posting it. To give the event space to grow under new leadership. Oh, give the event space. I'm reading it wrong. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I'm just reading this with so much hatred in my heart that I'm wanting to read it wrong. My bad, Ian and Anissa. Moving on. They're all in the right here. My fault. Sorry, we were talking about event spaces, so that's what was in my mind. I'll fight Haley's comment. Bring her on. Okay, but continuing. Sorry. Following from my flub. They want to give the event space to grow. Sorry, I was really thrown off because I was thinking event space and grow, even though they downsized the event space. But I'm not gonna keep talking about why I was actually right, why I was actually not wrong and not stupid and didn't read it wrong. You know, I digress. They chose to step down to allow Creator Clash to separate itself from an ongoing controversy, allowing us to work towards rebuilding trust and refocusing on what the event was always meant to be. Something that supports creators, entertains fans, and raises money for a good cause. All other partners remain the same. Okay. Who are the official spokespersons or spokespeople of the event. Your hosts and spokespeople for Creator Clash 3 are Aaron Hansen, Alana Pierce, and Ethan Nestor. Amazing. How do fighters get paid? Yes, each fighter oh my god, I cannot read it all today. I think I might be having an aneurysm. Somebody help. Yes, each fighter receives a guaranteed purse to help cover training and preparation expenses. An additional 20% of net profits from the event will be evenly split among all fighters. A further 34% profit share, originally allocated to Ian and Anissa, is also being redistributed among the fighters following their departure. Didn't they talk about how they didn't get any money? Didn't they talk about how they didn't get like any money for Creator Clash? Maybe they donated their 34% back into the charity after they... Is this also how it was split up originally? Where they would get 34% and then 20% was split across all of the different fighters? That is fucking ridiculous. Wait, what? Is this how it was initially? Because how many fighters was this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Almost 20 fighters. Almost 20 fighters. They're almost getting 1% each. And Ian and Anissa were getting 34%. What the fuck? No, yeah, and that's the thing is, this is why I've always had whenever someone calls something a nonprofit, look at how much the owners are making. Because a nonprofit never means a nonprofit. It's one of the things I talk about in my my video that should be dropping soon about Charlie Kirk. I'm still editing it, but it should be coming soon. One of the things I talk about is how he promotes Turning Point USA as a nonprofit. But he makes $300,000 a year and just bought a multi-million-dollar fucking estate in Florida. Like, don't believe nonprofit. All that means is that the company itself reallocates all of its funds to other places and does not have a year-over-year income as a business. Like, a year-over-year profit, sorry, but you get what I'm saying. Oh my god. They take that 34%. It's just the truth. Yeah, it was never for charity. Yeah, there's doubt it'll be there will be much profit. I mean, how much does it cost to rent out the Palladium? They clearly downsized, so here, let's see if we got an update. Don. We've got 1 hour left. 1 hour. If there's anything you guys think I should check out, this definitely won't take me the full hour, so drop in chat if there's any videos or any updates on anything else you think I should talk about before we get to the show today. But let's talk about Creator Clash 3. Let's. Why is this so fucking loud? It's a bit better.
Nobody brought boxing gloves to punch me in the face?
Oh, I should have.
Blah, 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 blah. No one's ever done that there before.
Wow, he's just as quirky as Ethan. As Ian. As Ethan too. But how Ian was just making weird noises and going like this for his video to be funny. That was my favorite part of the Content Cop.
Hello everybody, my name is Ethan Nestor. I fought in Creator Clash 2 and I won. And I'm here with my pals to talk about Creator Clash 3.
Yes, hi, I'm Alana. I also fought in Creator Clash 2 and won by a single point, still counts.
And I'm Aaron. I fought and lost and then fought and won in Creator Clash.
It was like a Rocky 2 moment.
Yeah.
You lost in Rocky 1.
Yeah, 2 was a big comeback for me, so I appreciate that. And I'm also the co-founder and co-owner of Real Good Touring, who has been the production partner for Creator Clash since the very beginning. There's a lot of things that we want to talk about, but first and foremost, we want to announce that Creator Clash 3 is moving dates and locations. October 25th, 2025 is the new date for Creator Clash, and now it is taking place at the Hollywood Palladium here in Los Angeles, California. Well, thank you. Wow. We don't have hype men, so I guess that's with that comes a couple questions about ticket sales. A lot of people bought tickets for the Amelie Arena show. All those will be refunded. We will be updating you on when the new tickets will be on sale. If you bought pay-per-view tickets, those still stand.
Don't worry, Aaron. He's Aaron, so it's like it's different.
But if for whatever reason you would like a refund, they are offering that as well.
I'm excited to have it here too. There's so many people on like this side of the country who haven't been able to make it, who now can make it, and also we're hosting it now.
We are
very easy
hosting it.
because we live here.
Alana and I will be hosting the pre-show.
Yes.
We'll have some goofs and some gaffes.
It's gonna be super fun.
They're gonna have Ethan show up.
Be hosting the pre-show.
Yes.
We'll have some goofs and some gaffes.
It's gonna be super fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. But yeah, today we just wanted to make a video to clear up some questions that people have. You know, it's been kind of rocky communication-wise the last couple of months, and so we just wanted to sit here and clear a bunch of things up. So let's get to it.
Yeah, so one thing that I misunderstood until talking to you guys at Real Good Touring was I thought that Ian and Anissa had like stepped back, but I thought that meant they were still involved. They have actually stepped down.
So yes, Ian and Anissa have stepped down completely. There's no creative involvement, there's no financial involvement, there's no ownership involvement. They completely gave their stake to us, including their financial stake they actually dispersed among the fighters, which is very cool of them to do.
Throw your questions at Aaron, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's less than half of the price of the other arena that they were trying to rent out. But it honestly is still probably going to have empty seats. Because we saw all of like the upper deck that like wasn't being used, and then there was still seats that weren't filled out. So maybe this is the smartest decision, to be completely honest. Like, to move to the Palladium because they know that just nobody's going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously we have to acknowledge,
yell at me now.
we have to acknowledge that they, set the foundation for this event.
Yes.
And it like started out with like such a positive mission statement. That's why I wanted to be involved in the first place. Like it is like such a cool idea. A bunch of creators getting fit, punching each other in the face, and it's for charity. Like I feel like it just, the message is so inherently positive that it's a shame that it became this dramatic internet thing that it never should have been, and I'm just very glad that attempts are being made to fix all that.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest questions that people have is about how the event was run in the past and what is going to be different about it now, because obviously the first year was crazy successful. There was over $1.3 million raised, and so that was incredible. Second year, we upped the stakes. We made...
Really, guys? What did I do to you? What the fuck? They're back. They're back in my walls. But what I was going to say is I was looking this up for a second because why wasn't this the plan all along? Do a boxing event. But I don't think that they really have many seats for this steak boxing event. I don't think steak is good, obviously, but like, what are like the seating arrangements and stuff for this? Because it doesn't look like there's anybody like watching. But Aiden Ross literally got Dana White to be one of the my fucking god. But they literally got Dana White to be one of the announcers, which is just insane. But like when you scale down and you don't try and go past like what you're able to do, I feel like they could have done a lot more with Creator Clash. But it's the fact that they wanted it to be like this professional boxing event that made it like completely fucking hell. Okay, but anyways, we keep going. My god. Here we go. This is what we're talking about. Creator Clash 3. Look, I'm talking about this. You guys are getting the down low. God fucking damn it. I'm sorry, everybody. I really am.
Made it a little bigger, and unfortunately, it did not pan out in the way that we wanted. And there was no money raised for charity, which was so heartbreaking, like especially like fighting in it putting all of that time and energy into doing this thing. And like, I know for a lot of us, especially you, Alana, you are always doing charity stuff, and to put yourself in the ring to fight, a big reason that we did it was because it was like, okay, it's for a good cause, it's for charity, and then when you go and do it and no money is raised for charity, that sucks.
Yeah, I've been pretty candid with you about this, Aaron, about like how disappointed I was and how like burnt I felt by it. And I was talking to a separate fighter who's not in the room about this just yesterday. It was like, you work so hard. I had a family member who was in the hospital with cancer at the time, and the thing that like kept me going, that stopped me from quitting and just going to be with them, was I was like, this is for charity. You're raising money for charity. You're raising money for a good cause. You got to keep going, and it was so hard. And then when I found out that we didn't, I think I cried. Like, I was so disappointed that it was very difficult to like take away positive feelings from the event, even because I was just so crushed by that news. And so like when Real Good Touring called and asked if I wanted to host the pre-show again, that was my first question, is how can you guarantee to me that that is not going to happen again? So what are the changes?
Yeah, and you know, likewise, like we were devastated as a fighter and as a producer of the event. It was awful that happened, and the audience too. Like to know that like buying into the event and watching the event, thinking that their money's going to charity, and then it didn't turn out that way. The first two creator clashes, they ran on the same model. Naively, we believed that with the first creator clash, that the success of the event would be shared with the charity. So,
which is honestly kind of a. I feel like that was a dumb like formula to be working on, like be working under anyways, because like how do you expect? Only if we do good, only if the event does well, will the charity get anything. Otherwise, it's just basically us getting to do dress up and playing around for a bit. Like, there's no stakes in that. There's no actual, like, and I don't mean like there needs to be stakes for donation, but I'm just saying, like, you're not actually doing a whole lot when you're basically washing your hands of it from the start.
Funding it through various sponsorships, but mostly ticket sales and pay-per-view sales.
And yeah, honestly, I'm just lucky that anybody that I am friends with, like in real life, they don't know about any of the online drama. They don't care about any of it. I try and talk to some of my friends about it here and there, just because I'm so invested in it and engrossed in it now. And they're basically just willing to hear what I'm saying. I try and give them both perspectives a little bit, but I give it in my viewpoint. Just saying. Hassan's never outwardly said I am against terrorism. He says, why would I like terrorists? That's what he said. He says stuff like that. And then gives you a bunch of reasons as to why he would.
Pay for the event, and then everything else is gravy for charity, which luckily worked for that year. We raised $1.3 million for charity. It was great.
I haven't heard of Vanilla Mace. Is that just another creator who's fallen into the drama? Yeah, apparently people are saying now that I didn't see the actual original post. All I was seeing was posts about it, or comments on the actual H3H3 Reddit about people on the Snark Reddits apparently saying that the button that Ethan uses under the desk, the Steven Crowder button, is a real thing that Ethan's doing to try and silence his crew, apparently, which is beautiful stuff. But sorry, let's continue.
With that thinking, we moved on to Creator Clash 2, scaled it up a bit, and it turned out that we weren't able to make that money back and to reach those goals, which again was very devastating.
Oh, that's Vanilla Mace. I have seen the little stuff on like Instagram and Reddit a bit, but I haven't looked into it too much. From what I saw, she genuinely just seems to be like jumping on the bandwagon. There really didn't seem to be much like to it. Just like, they wanted to send me a Teddy Fresh, Zionist scum, get fucked. Like that's what it basically seemed like to me.
devastating. So going into Creator Clash 3, we've completely restructured it. So all of the onus is on us to pay for the event, to produce the event through our partners, through our sponsors, and we will be doing a traditional fundraising through Tiltify. It's running right now. You can donate it to it right now. We've already raised $238,000, which is so awesome. That's gravy. That's going straight to charity. So every dollar that is raised for charity through this event will be going straight to charity. The event will be funded by ticket sales, it will be funded by pay-per-view sales, and the fighters will be receiving a cut of that revenue.
Yeah, it's basically two separate things now, right? There's the event pot, which is handled a very traditional event way, and then the charity is totally separate. So like even if you don't like watching boxing, you could still donate to the charity. It's up on Tiltify.
Then what's the point? It's just, again, like, what's the fucking point? And you guys are still just kind of like reiterating what was said on here. Like, there isn't a whole lot you're saying. This is just so we see their faces, so we know who to blame now, I guess. Maybe Ian and Anissa hit them up and we're like, you guys need to say something publicly. Anyone think Ian and Anissa are on two different pages when it comes to Ethan? Anissa seems to hate him and wanted to get revenge on Hassan's behalf. Ian just seems jealous and saw an opportunity to knock. I genuinely think that Anissa hates Ethan more than Ian does. Ian seems like he genuinely is like he genuinely seems like a fucking lost puppy or something. Like every time that they're together, he's just like, and so I think he kind of just follows what she says, but I don't think that it necessarily says, like, I don't think that she isn't like making him say anything, you know what I mean? I think that he is a willful participant in the shitty stuff that she says. But he's still willing to be like, well, I'm willing to make peace. Like how he was about to apologize for the swastika sword. And then Hassan was like, don't you dare fucking apologize or I'll kick you out. Do I need to bring over Anissa instead of you? That's basically what Hassan was saying.
Already, you can get involved immediately.
And it's very transparent of like, okay, you can see the number right now on your screen of how much money we have raised so far. Every cent of this is going to an amazing cause, which is awesome.
I'm glad that you feel that way. We do too. And there's going to be a lot of other really cool things around the event. We're encouraging the fighters to do their own campaigns, before and after the event.
I'm sorry, but it's like you guys can't ask the fighters to fight and then also do this. I'm sorry. I know you guys were fighters too that are basically being thrusted into the managerial roles here. But like you guys, it shouldn't have to come from your independent like abilities to like raise money and to do like donation streams or whatever the fuck. It should come from the charity. The whole point of doing the event was to do charity. Like, my God.
All these efforts are not going to be wasted. We are going to be raising a ton of money for charity. Our goal is $1 million this year. I really think that that's possible to do.
Yeah.
And the fighters are really excited to show off their hard work and to support this event and to raise that money. Like, I'm just so grateful that I get to be a part of it and that it's happening.
Yeah. I like the reason that I am sitting here in the room right now with you guys is because, like a lot of other people, I believe in the event. And so it was a crazy success the first time. The second time, some mistakes were made and it didn't go the way that we wanted. But I am here involved because like changes are being made to make it be what it's supposed to be at the end of the day, which is an entertaining show with really fun fights with like some of your favorite creators for charity. And that's really what we're trying to bring it back to, is we're trying to not have any external internet bullshit. It's just supposed to be a fun boxing event for charity, and that's really what it should be. And
it's
that's
such
really
a good
what it's
mission statement, and it's such a bummer that it ever got away from that. It seems so silly that it ever got away from that because it's so clear what the event is supposed to be.
People are already punching each other in the face. You don't need other
Why
trauma.
not do it for charity? Come on. I mean, that's so true. Like, it's such a special event. I've
The thing is I would agree with you if it wasn't already framed this way. I'm sorry, guys. But the fact that you're not going, hey, look, we're completely resettling this. We're refiguring out the whole event. is completely being reconstituted and being like, you know, reformed into a new beautiful event. You guys aren't saying that though. You're going, well, it's gonna go fine. We're doing some things a little bit different, but you know, things just fell apart before, but we're gonna do them better. Like, give us some actual substance, please.
Said this many times, but fighting in Creator Clash was one of the best things that I ever did with my life. Like, what it did for my self-confidence, what it did for, you know, my relationship with my body and my mind, my discipline. Like, it was so profound for me, and
it's so cool. Like, it's such a wild thing to have done. Like, anytime I like tell somebody that I had a boxing match, it's like it's a crazy thing to be able to say. It is wild, and yeah, very cool. And I've done the same thing. I had enjoyed watching boxing, but no interest in trying it, and then did it and trained. I have punched both of you in the face, actually, which is great. That's a huge positive, in my opinion. And yeah, I've encouraged like a bunch of people I know to start boxing too, because it's like such good, like, you know, total body fitness. But as said, it's also really, really hard. So we have to give a shout out right now to the fighters who are training right now. It's like a bummer also for them that they like maybe have felt a little awkward recently about promoting the event or talking about it. And we want like everyone to like get back behind them and recognize like how hard they're training and how.
That is the sad part. Okay, I will say, if Ian and Anissa truly are just like away from the event, it's just there's no creators on it that I really care about anymore. Now that Harley and LA Beast are off too, like, and Freddie Wong, who do I care about? Who do I care about in this event now? So there's Tubbo Sapnap, Kevin Lerdwichigal, Myth, Odd Ones Out, Will Neff, Jay Leray, Ali Spagnola, to be determined, Ginger Pale, Trevor Everett, Ren, Corridor Digital. Oh, is this the one that Dan was saying he likes? Nice, but to be determined. Funky Frogbait, Dad, and Jago. Am I really gonna watch it just because I know who Dad is? Have you guys seen Dad's channel recently, Nathan Barnett? It's low-key a little bit sad. He shouldn't have come after AB the way he did. What caused his fall off. But legitimately, like, there aren't that many creators here that I'm like, you know, dying to go see. So I do agree that if you like the creators, you should support them, but shouldn't their fan bases be the ones that are supporting them? Like, I don't mean to be that, like, you know, nihilistic, but shouldn't their fan bases be the ones that are coming to the Creator Clash thing being like, oh my god, I'm so excited to see Myth fight. I'm so excited to see Tubbo fight. Oh my god, Odd Ones Out is going to fight Will Neff. He's going to get fucking destroyed. Please, I want to watch it. Like, I really don't get it. Because I do want to say, if Ian and Anissa are out of it completely, I don't think that we should be overtly just hating on it directly. Like going like, oh, this is a piece of shit event. It seems like they're trying to do the best with what they can, or with what they have. But, like, it's just true. The aura in this like whole video is fucked. Like literally, like, they're talking about it so positively, trying to bring things up, trying to keep like things in like a good pace, a good rhythm. And there's just this like there's smog. There's smog that's just enveloped the entire room. It's so fucking insane. Like, it's insane because it doesn't, like, what they're saying doesn't seem that bad. It doesn't feel that bad. But it's what, knowing the surrounding conditions, knowing the surrounding, like, issues that have, like, come up is what makes it just feel so, like, vapid and pointless.
How difficult it is to do this at all.
It is so insanely hard training for this event. You are not only obviously working out every day, but something that people don't think about is they think, oh, you're going in training for an hour or 2 hours or maybe 3 hours out of your day. And they just take that one little time. It is all life consuming because you are exhausted. You have to watch what you eat. You have to do all of this stuff. It's a huge mental game. Like, not only coming to terms with the fact that you are going to get hit, but as somebody who is not a violent person, like, being okay with hitting somebody.
Ooh, Maxis, you're so right. I didn't even think about that. Imagine thinking you were near the end of training and then surprise, now you've got to keep it up till October. Like, that isn't even... God. Like, I feel like most training cycles for, like, events, like, for, like, professionals and stuff, I guess maybe amateurs would be a bit longer, but you usually take, like, 4 months, 5 months, you take a good amount of time, 3 or 4 months, whatever, to build yourself up before a fight. But then, yeah, to extend it for another 3 months, come on. Oh, that is going to suck for them. Because basically, there's going to be people who are just going to stop caring, who are going to right now go, well, fuck it then. I'm giving it like a month. I'm not going to fucking do anything for a month. I've been busting my ass trying to get ready for this fight, and now I don't get a fight. So I'm going to take a break now, and like, let's see if they get back on the horse,
else, it's a huge mental stress. And so...
Do you remember that time you punched me and I immediately...
Don't worry, it's not repetitive. It's just so poignant to just go, let it go, stop it, cancel it. Just hold the L all day. And everything will be all right.
Immediately fell to the ground and vomited.
Yeah, and I still feel really bad to this day. It was really not great.
It's okay, it wasn't your fault.
I think people forget because they just see maybe some like Instagram photos or whatever of what the fighters are doing, the amount of training and hard work that they're putting in.
Maybe post it then. Post it as, advertisement for your fucking event. Be like, hey guys, I know you're really deep into training, but could you maybe get one of your training partners, your coach, something, just someone to get you like hitting the bag, get a couple clips of you in training, so we can post it. Oh, I know people are just seeing a few pictures here and there, but they're training really hard. Cool, bro. But we're not seeing it, and it's your fault. Now it's your fault. Like, if we're being honest.
Is immense, and however long that they have been training, whether it's just a month or the last 9 months or a year, that's been like all they've been doing. It takes up your whole life, and so huge props to them for committing
thank you to them too. Like, it's such an important thing to do, which I think related. We should talk about, because there was confusion about this last year. Even I was confused about how fighters get paid. The fighters do get paid.
Yeah, we want to make sure that the fighters are taking care of, number one. And
that just told me this whole thing's scripted. Okay, this whole thing's scripted. That interaction right there was non-genuine. Let's watch this again. This is complete speculation. I'm a brain dead man who has never seen truth in his life, but this is true to me. So
the last 9 months or a year, that's been like all they've been doing. It takes up your whole life, and so huge props to them for committing to it.
Thank you to them too. Like, it's such an important thing to do, which I think related. We should talk about, because there was confusion about this last year. Even I was confused about how fighters get paid. The fighters do get paid.
Yeah, we want to make sure that the fighters are taken care of, number one, and number two, that they're safe.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for us. So fighters do get a purse, we're calling it. It's basically funding for training.
Why does he look so sad about this part?
It's essentially a reimbursement.
Yeah.
Except for those who decide to drop out after. I mean, most of them dropped out before you guys pushed it back, but it's clear that there were issues there already. But they don't get their purse.
It was frustrating having people think that
they just got purse snatched.
Paid for it. Yeah. Basically, the fighter's purse was for the thousands of dollars that we spent to train.
It's just to make sure people can do the event.
Yeah.
You can't ask creators to take all that time to box. A lot of people would have to say no if you couldn't at least cover the cost of their training or their food, right? Like, I had to set an alarm to remember to eat because I had to gain weight, so I spent a lot of money on meat, dude. like unironically, but it's also like all of your doctor's examinations, or you need to get like physical therapy. Like, there are a lot of costs that go with that. So the idea is not that the fighter's getting paid because they're trying to profit from a charity. Then it's basically that they're being reimbursed for the money that they've spent on the event, so that they don't just lose a ton of.
This is hilarious. Wait.
Not that the fighter's getting paid because they're trying to profit from a charity. Then it's basically that they're being reimbursed for the money that they've spent on the event.
What about the 34% that Ian and Anissa were supposed to get then? What the fuck? Oh my god. Good job. Thanks. Really just like, it was putt-putt. Knocked that one right in the hole.
So that they don't just lose a ton of money. Obviously.
So all fighters are receiving that. Moving the event means more training for them, which is something that we added to the budget to reimburse them for. And also, with the moving schedule, there may be some fighters that are dropping out just because they can't do it schedule-wise. And the replacement fighters will also be compensated for their work and time. But at the end of the day, this is. The fighters are volunteers, and that's something very cool.
And that's why, and that's his reasoning as to why LA Beast, Lena, anybody else that drops out probably isn't going to receive that purse, because it's you were voluntarily doing this. You were volunteering your time to fight. You are not guaranteed anything. Nice way to put it.
Everybody's chosen to do, that they're very passionate for. Like you don't just like, okay, into this.
It is like they're taking Ian's kicked puppy energy. What's wrong? It's just, it sucks, but that's just the way it is. Come on, grow up.
This, like, you have to want to do it. And it's so cool that they decided that they want to.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I ended up donating my whole fee to charity. I know actually multiple people did that last year anyway. So there's like, not only are they also spending their time doing it, some of them are also going to be doing charity streams alongside this to also make sure they raise money for charity. Like, there are so many ways other than just crowd participation for the fighters to get involved in, and we're encouraging them, from my understanding, to do some streams leading up to the event to already get money raised for the Tilt Fight too. So
it's really awesome to be able to get this back on track, to turn this into like a really, really positive event. I really want to be able to support the fighters, for them to get excited publicly about their fights, because that's what this is all about. Creators getting in the ring, doing something they don't usually do, getting out of their comfort zones, training, pushing their bodies to the limit for your entertainment. It's going to be funny, it's going to be exciting.
The energy in that.
I didn't notice the dislikes either, but I guess this is what iDubbbz was talking about. This is all fake. This is all fake fucking news, bro. I was thinking about this though, right? So Ian's, I will say the like to dislike ratio has changed on iDubbbz video. So maybe it was all like whatever. But the one part that didn't make sense to me is, let's say that the dislike only gives you the amount of dislikes of the people that also have the extension. Wouldn't that imply that there should be more dislikes, not less? You know what I mean? Because if it's just giving you like a ratio of how many people based on the amount of people that own own the extension, I feel like that would mean that it would be more, not less. But maybe I'm misunderstanding what they meant by how they established the dislike ratio. But whatever, that is crazy though. Like double the dislikes.
That arena in Creator Clash 2, and I'm sure in Creator Clash 1, was unreal.
Yeah.
And like, though that moment was such a highlight of my life, I've never felt energy like that
goosebumps
before.
Now that you're talking about it. It's crazy to think about.
Just hearing everybody and seeing how.
Would they donate more if they canceled it now instead of sinking money into postponing them? I mean, maybe. It depends on how much they raise, because like Alex said earlier, it's $30-something thousand for the Palladium. That's not including security, ushers, other people working the event. It's also not including insurance, other things like that. But then also, if all the fighters donated the money that they would spend on training rather than doing the training, it might honestly reach about the same amount as they would donate if all they're donating is profits or whatever. But like they said, they're doing it separate. It's all secondary. God damn it, my mouse is so fucked up now.
Crazy.
My cat has knocked off my mouse off the desk so many times that I have to push in the left click so hard for it to click.
Excited everyone was, and it was just such a positive vibe being there, and that's what it should be. It should be a fun, entertaining event that raises money for an amazing cause.
Yes, so that's what we're bringing it back to. We're super excited to do it. Ethan and I are going to be hosting the pre-show. I'm sure it'll be very fun. We want to get you hyped, get you excited. We want to make you laugh, and we want to raise money for a good cause. That's the whole plan.
Yes. Aaron, where
MF Kobe sent $5 and said, "Are you going to cover the Bofa drama?" What's Bofa? But thank you so much.
And when is it?
It's at the Hollywood Palladium in Los Angeles, California, October 25th, 2025. If you can't make it to the live event, you can buy pay-per-view tickets on Veeps. Going to be an awesome event. We're going to blow the roof off.
Let's punch cancer in the face.
Let's do it. The biggest bully of them all. Take it down.
Let's do it. We'll see you all there.
Oh, yeah.
You will not see us all there, but might see a few. The fact that Ian and Anissa were taking 34% of the profits from the charity event is wild. Did you notice that gave their share to the fighters and not the charity? Unbelievable that they said that as if it was a good thing. That's true too, that they decided to split up the I didn't even think about that. They decided to split this up among the fighters and not not just putting it to the charity. Maybe it's because they realized that the 20% split up amongst almost 20 people isn't going to be enough. But again, that's also 54% now, which is more than half of the total profits. So they're not even sending a majority of profits. They're not even donating a majority of profits. Bank of America, real. MF Kobe, thank you for the $5. Both of these nuts. JK, happy Friday. No, JK. You meant that. You meant that, and now we're here. Now what? No, but really, I am wondering what the title for this is going to be, though. I think they're trying to think of... Oh, no, here we go. There we go. IDub situation keeps getting worse. I mean, is it the IDub situation? Is Anissa talking more smack about Ian? I am an absolute so slick with it. Real. But now I'm just wondering, what should I talk about now? Should we just go back on the Reddit? Because the Reddit usually has some good updates. I swear to God, some gnats keep getting inside and I don't know how, and it's starting to piss me off. I take my trash out like every other day. Fuck summertime. I actually hate it so much. Ban him for life. Imagine he just sent $10 and I just banned him immediately. Looking like a light bulb in the thumbnail. He really does. He also looks yellow in this, like he has jaundice or something. Or he's lit up. The light bulb finally got a spark. He has a new idea coming soon. Oh my God. You got bananas? Oh, you want to see the cat? Here, we'll do a little cat showcase. 1 second. He's sleeping right now, so he might be a little he won't be grumpy, but he might just be tired. So this is my cat. 1 sec. Here I can see him. Pause up on here. You tired? Tired right now. He was just asleep. But here he is. He's a good cat. Real good one. Check it. Nice and long. His name is Kolunga, but we call him Coley for short. I do have a void. He's a good boy. Tired? Don't smack me. Wanna go to bed? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Oh boy. He's tired. He swatted at me. No claws though, so we're good. His name is Coley, or it's Kolunga is the full name. He's I forget what, Norwegian? It's a Viking name. It means dark or swarthy because most people name their black cats like Onyx or, something like that. Yes, Kolunga. Gotta hold him like a shotgun. See, I think my cat's only 3 years old. I think he's probably towards the peak of what he's gonna get to. I don't think he's gonna get much bigger unless he gets plumper. And yeah, he's not that big. His mom was really small though. He was a single child. His mom had one kitten, and it was him. And I snatched him away. Now it was my friend's cat, so we could make them see each other again, but they haven't because they probably would not like each other, to be honest. Little stinker chat, where you at? Real shit. But let's move on to the H3 production subreddit. Oh, kitten? Yeah, I'll show you the kitten version here. I'll while I'm looking through the subreddit, I'll send a picture to my Gmail and pull it up. It'll take me a sec. As soon as he heard cat, nice. Fuck. Okay, it's gonna take me a second. I was just looking at the hot. Let's see what's new. Any new posts or anything? Anything important? How can we take this guy seriously? Don't you worry. Don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Was this a new post? Did he actually just post this?
Derogatory term for any fans.
We're getting a little throwback with some poot moments. Bit odd.
Should know that I do not call them aliens because alien is a derogatory term for anything.
Oh, that's so true.
Even
I left that yogurt store and didn't get the yogurt that I wanted. And then I had a hard time the rest of the weekend.
Like whooshed out of my room and was like hovering over the planet. And then all of a sudden they're like, you want to see our planet? And I was like, hell yeah. Yeah. So, then I whooshed to this like pink and purple planet that I've never seen, but.
Oh, thank you.
And then it's just the look.
Do you like to sing, Carmen?
And try to like a skyscraper.
There you go. Standing ovation.
Poot got married? Good for her. Was Demi one of was she a bridesmaid? This song's gonna be stuck in my head all day.
So kids, what did we learn at school today?
In health and social care, we learned about inherited genes and stuff.
Okay, that's good. Like hand-me-down.
I got a chat message. I wonder what this is. Alex has been trying to do this every time I pull up Reddit. The first time he did, I just sent him the annoying orange. Psst, psst. Hi, stream. Hi, everybody. But here, one second. I'm pulling up the photos of my cat now. These are some classics right here. Down. Just to make it simple. Oop. No, you're looking at my thumbnails. Oh no, my lolicon folder. Downloads. I have like a bunch of different folders. Some are like different download folders and stuff. Oh, what the fuck? Come on. What is happening? So here's him when he was a little kitten. And he was just a tiny little baby guy. My friend sent me this. He had sent me this a while back. This is just when he was just a little bitty baby guy. Aww. Aww. But then sure. Download multiple files because I cannot see. There we go. And then here's when we first got him. We got him when he was a little bit older because we didn't want to take him away too young. But he was a little slim guy. See? Look how thin he is. Now he's got a belly. But yep, that's my boy. You know, a good guy. What did Alex say this time? Fuck you, Zionist scum. He knows too much. Fuck. No, yeah, he is like a model. He's great. Yeah, whenever I show the cat, the views go up. I should just keep him on stream all the time. I should just edit this to have a little version of him, like sitting in the back corner. Just have him there, laying there all the time, sleeping, and I'll get all the views. Yeah, we're not beating the cat doc allegations. All we talk about is cats here. This is where all the cat this is where cat chat comes for. There's weed chat. They can also come here, but we talk cats here too. I love that everybody's just like fangirling over this or something. You know what it is. You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. I get it. You know what it is. My body blocked the message. Oh, here. My bad. Fuck. This is what Alex the Fiction does. This is what he thinks. Everybody go unsubscribe. This is sorry, that made me laugh. Just thinking, going like, go unsubscribe now. Totally normal take. The running gag or game they played using the under the desk animation was actually a setup smokescreen to prime the audience for when they needed to use it for real. Like in this clip, you can actually hear Dan's voice cut in and cut out in a weird way, and suddenly the horse hoof trimming video's audio is already playing when the ambient noise cuts back in. They're literally schizo posting about the H3 podcast. Yeah, I think that when he hits the button, it's not just them stopping talking. I think Zach probably cuts their mic to follow with the gag. So it seems like they just immediately shut up. Like, it's just so weird. Oh, we got another one. Never mind, everybody. Go subscribe again. Go resubscribe and re-like all his videos. He's one of the good ones. I will say, look at the traps here, though. He is looking a little swole. The boxing didn't do nothing. It didn't do a lot, but it did give him some nice trap definition. The comment is getting its millage from me. It's wild how a bunch of washed up American YouTubers made it the Israel-Palestine crisis about themselves. I mean, I don't mean to come for Ethan too. I don't think he made it about himself, but I think that the conversation is revolving too much around him in general. But I wouldn't say he's the one that started that conversation, if we're being honest here. Oh, if there's another hoof cleansing video today, I might become an anti-snarker. We need more hoof cleaning videos. No, we don't. The hoof cleaning isn't that bad. When they did like the sepsis cleaning, like the fucking like pus removal out of a cow hoof, that one got me. That one actually got me because they were literally like goring a cow on film. First time ordering gamers, sup in solidarity. Wait, you're joking. The new King of the Hill intro just dropped? No, I'm actually fucking so hyped. Are you joking right now? No, I'm actually like, this isn't even, I'm not even playing right now. I'm not gonna show you guys because it'll get fucking taken. But is this a fucking wait? What are we talking? Wait. What the fuck? You weren't joking. I'm sorry. I have to listen to this in private. I'm sorry, I muted it, but we'll show it for a sec. The audio will definitely, I feel like, get it taken down. Okay, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Oh my god, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Everybody was afraid. Everybody was afraid. Oh, fuck yes. I'm like, actually, like... I'm like literally like, I need to send this to my dad. Basically, King of the Hill was a TV show from when I was growing up. I watched it a lot in my childhood, and it's about American Texas family. It's like that, the typical conservative type family. But the whole thing is that it almost flips it on its head in the way that it showcases the different like types of Texans. And it's created by Mike Judge, who also created the movie Idiocracy and Beavis and Butthead. And Mike Judge was on Joe Rogan not that long ago talking about King of the Hill, and Joe Rogan was trying to be like, "Hey, you think?" Or he was talking about not King of the Hill. He was talking about Idiocracy, and Joe Rogan was like, "Hey, wouldn't you want to like talk about like how the media is stopping people now?" And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably like talk about phones more." People being on their phones, that'd probably be one thing like it was just so funny the way Joe was totally trying to make him out to be like a right winger, when it does seem like Mike Judge is more of just like a anti-establishment kind of guy. Like it doesn't seem like he really gives a shit in either direction. I literally, the hype got me on that one. I've watched every single episode of King of the Hill multiple times. That and Malcolm in the Middle are my two like go-to childhood shows. I won't say that I have them both illegally downloaded, but I like watching them a lot. Just saying.
Was Vadim, the human slave of creationist cat. He almost apparently missed the stream, however, as he told this following story to the peasants.
What happened to? Oh, dude, I thought Vadim was frozen for a second there.
He is frozen. I'm here. I was just kind of like this for you
could tell when Vadim goes froze.
The benzos were
kicking.
Yeah, the benzos were kicking. We understand.
If you go back on the stream, you'll see when Vadim was froze. His screen.
Me too. Give me some fucking benzos. Can I tell you guys why I'm so fucking drunk right now? Because I was over. I was at an Applebee's earlier. And there were these
sorry.
It was a humiliating experience, but I was there, and there were these chicks who like there were seriously like 4 or 5 of these chicks who were outside, and they were fucking they were like, "Hey, come sit down with us," and they were seriously like so goddamn drunk that they were like taking off their bras, and they were like, "Hey, check out my tits." And I just...
Is this one too quiet for you guys? I was hoping you'd be able to hear it better here. I'll try and boost it. Tell me if this worked.
Vadim, I only have one question.
A little bit better at least?
Why are you here?
Yeah.
This video is like really quiet.
That's the best trip to Applebee's probably
ever. I do have a booster. I thought I deleted this extension. My bad.
Well, that's the fucking thing. I was basically like chilling with them for about like 30 minutes, and for like a while I was like...
This clip was extremely quiet.
Okay, I'm just not going to do the Drunken Peasants show because I'm going to go home with these girls because these girls are just being fucking crazy. And then at a certain point, one of them just off the out of nowhere just started acting really weird towards me. And then, and that was it. But I basically like... Oh, you got cock blocked. Yeah, I got cock blocked. They were basically like talking about... Oh, dude, it was so fucking weird. They were talking about like going back to their place for an orgy. It wasn't just me. There were other people there, and like I was just like, oh my god.
Billy, can I?
But anyway,
that sucks,
I hate that, dude.
They
Billy,
fucking excluded you from the orgy, dude.
I have to ask you a question, dude.
Dude, we're talking about an orgy at Applebee's
listen.
and paused, interrupt.
Billy,
talking about
did this
dicks or
happen?
something.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Paul. Was it going to be about dicks?
No, that's what I'm asking him.
The Applebee's orgy story.
Because I'm looking at
was
Billy
boring.
thinking back on the
How
podcast.
boring. How boring.
I didn't say it was boring.
Hey, Billy, we're talking about cricket now?
I didn't say
my
cricket.
job. Let's talk about cricket. Do you want to play Quidditch, Billy? The Applebee's orgy story was lame. Let's move on from that segment.
Well, I think the fact that he didn't go and ball out those slurs means it's a little, it's a big
It's a
fish
letdown.
tail.
Yeah, it's a little bit
You're,
more.
you're bullshitting, Vadim.
Oh,
you saw a
shit.
couple of sleuts with their tits popping out. You're like, I was the cool guy until I got
it was really fucking weird. It's not like that sort of thing happens every day.
Applebee's every day.
honestly-
Yes. Applebee's is where.
Oh, that's a good point. It's like, that is where it's gonna happen. You're gonna get hit on at the Applebee's, bro.
Desperate people go to fucking cry into cheap ribs and gross beer. That's why Applebee's. That's why you were there, Vadim.
We're literally late, guys. 1 minute late again. Starting off 31 minutes late, if we're being honest. I guess I have to put up a poll. I was giving them the benefit of the doubt. How late will the H3 show start today? Sorry, let me continue the clip while I'm writing this up.
I'm sure at least once a day, like somewhere in America, that happens at an Applebee's. But I've been to this Applebee's maybe like 7 times in the past 5 months, and that shit has never happened.
They were at the other side of the bar the entire time.
Vadim,
You
what's
weren't-
going
you weren't
on
next
with your
to them.
life, dude? You've been to Applebee's 7 times in the past few months? What's
Do you like the shit?
Damn, dude, you need intervention, buddy.
I basically I go there once a month to do a little bit of work at like 1 o'clock in the morning. That's
Clean
that's
the grill? What do you do there at 1 a.m.?
I eat that they have these delicious chicken wonton tacos.
Girls flirt with me.
Billy, stop barking.
This is not
Dude,
true.
Billy.
I'm morbidly obese. I've been to Applebee's like 3 times. I swallowed a fucking riblet bone. The only way you go there is because you know you're going to get your dick sucked by a 45-year-old soccer mom that has to keep her kids in the fucking slouch section.
I don't necessarily find this it is just embarrassing that a grown man is trying to tell us, trying to flex a story about almost having a threesome. But I don't know. They are taking it a little crazy.
She's sticking to the bar to get a fucking mojito. All right? This is...
They are clocking him. You're right. They are clocking him, and that's gotta call it out. You do, but they're coming for his head. They're not pulling any punches here.
This is a big fish story, Vadim.
Applebee's.
Damn.
No, it happened.
Billy is not
it fucking happened.
Both the hosts and fan base were very divided on the validity of Vadim's story, thus leading him back onto the show shortly after leaving to defend the Applebee's tale.
Bar again.
Please no.
Please don't. But Vadim is asking to come back because he's mad.
Oh, man, no. Come on.
No. You're saying he's full of shit.
Come on. Get Evan on. It's okay.
He's calling now.
I don't.
So real quick, look, I get it, okay? The story sounds like bullshit. You guys saying what you're saying. I would probably have the same goddamn reaction. I just want to say that when I said that they were talking about an orgy and stuff, I don't really think that was actually going to happen. They were probably just kind of fucking kidding about it, but they were whipping their tits out. They were at a few points, at 2 or 3 points, they sucked each other's tits. There were 2 girls in particular who did that.
Oh my god. Just stop, because even if this story is true, it just sounds so fake. You trying to be like, no, they did start sucking on each other's tits. It did happen. I watched it. I was at Applebee's trying to get half apps. It's ridiculous. You guys think I'm lying?
And again, this is in the outdoor patio area. It's the only reason why I'm coming on here is because Like, I'm not a fucking liar, guys. I mean, like, honestly, like what precedence is there for me? Like what have I lied about?
Do I have donation notifications on my stream? I don't have them as pop-ups now, but I just read them out when I see donations come through.
But
you lied about eating two. You lied about eating two.
Not gonna lie, I've had snarkers come in, and I don't want them donating $1 to put something crazy up on the screen, calling me a Zionist or something, because then it's in the stream forever. So I don't like having the chat up. I just leave the chats live.
Fillets for dinner in Malta.
Yeah.
No, that's somebody else.
Okay.
Two
Aside
filet
from
Gillen.
that, so yeah,
You know what?
I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying I don't know. I wasn't there.
like, you know what?
So,
I think why would he lie about why would he lie about not getting the pussy?
You know what, dude? I wasn't.
Exactly. Like
I don't know. Like I said, I don't. I mean, I'm hearing.
I just saw someone in chat said Vadim was at a strip club. That's why they were popping their titties out. It's because he was at a strip club. Oh, that's so great.
I'm hearing a story. Yeah, we're hearing a story, and I mean, I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying I wasn't there, so I don't fucking know what happened.
The story started off a lot more unbelievable, and you slowly went into this mode when you were challenged, where it revealed these women were all like mildly retarded and had like disfigurements and shit. And it got more and more believable as it went on. Yeah, you said.
Come on, dude.
You said you gave them a bunch of cocaine and their pussies started to fucking swell up, and you spit into them for lubricant.
Whoa.
You're a
I don't remember that
psycho,
part.
man.
You hooked up with one girl that had a fucking Homer Simpson vagina on her forehead.
Yes, I remember this.
All right, the chat is sick of this
All right.
fucking subject.
Can I say one thing before?
No, please don't. Just
all right, fine.
The
It's
end. The Vadim saga's over. Bye, Vadim. Go sleep.
Yeah.
Night.
Please don't call
Okay.
again. Thanks.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Well,
They just spent 7 minutes fucking bullying Vadim. They basically just fucking bullied him for like 5 minutes. That was great. Yeah, don't let me hit 1,000 subscribers. Nobody subscribe or like. That's called reverse psychology right there. Do it now. You heard me.
Megan, fuck! I just want to tell you that you're a good.
Let me turn this back down. Blowing up. There we go.
Mom, doing a great job at life, even though you have anxiety. Fuck me, fuck yeah, anxiety. Ooh, fuck me, fuck yeah, Megan.
We need that as a soundbite. Anxiety. Ooh, fuck yeah.
Great job at life, even though you have anxiety. Fuck me, fuck yeah, anxiety. Ooh, fuck me, fuck yeah, Megan. I know you won't die for a heart attack. You're still young and beautiful, Megan. You gotta be tough. You gotta be mean. You gotta be the best. The great mom doing a great job in life because Megan's the best. Cheers, Megan. Fuck me, fuck.
Fuck, baby, fuck. You heard it here first. Also, H3 Podcast, live. iDubbbz situation keeps getting worse. Says they're live. Are they? Will they be? Maybe. They will get there at some point. Well, what else was I going to say? I just saw this. That's what I was going to say. I just saw this on his story. This woman is a Twitch streamer. Ma'am, may I suggest starting with Amazon? They're at the top of the BDS list. But oh, that might actually require you to sacrifice something. Never mind. I heard Hassan is actually considering going to Gaza. Let me just virtual signal about Ethan Klein, the biggest threat to Palestinian liberation, and the easiest way to farm clout online. We honor your bravery. Praying for you that Daddy Hassan notices this. You can share an ice-cold Dr. Pepper together. Owned by Zionists on BDS list. Drank daily by Hassan. Yeah, cameo from Gabe I think is the best intro you could ever do. And also because you know it's gonna be genuine, it's gonna be real, and he actually reads through what he's saying. Because like when someone was pretending to be Dan. When someone was pretending to be Dan and was trying to get something out of Gabe, Gabe was like, nah, I don't think this is the real Dan. You were just reading these stories? Well, now you can hear them again. But he also posted Anissa's tweet, I will defend Sarah with my blade till my dying breath. I am her most devout white knight. Stay away from her, Kaka Klein and crew, or face my steel. Is this fake? Is this actually like a joke, like Photoshop? Because it's pretty funny, I will say. That is like a funny like joke, but if she is being like even semi-serious, just cut it out. I have never, ever been happier. Make material change and donate commission to the Palestinian Relief Fund? No. Virtue signal on Twitter? Yes. But remember, she's not drinking gamer subs anymore. Yeah, with the blade with the Nazi hilt. Yes, exactly. She's going to use that blade all day, all night. Come on, guys. Already 10 minutes? I gave you the benefit of the doubt by even adding 5 minutes late to the list. When I added that to the poll, I knew that that wasn't going to happen. But I did it like in the hopes that maybe they would, do something right for us for once. Do right by us, Ethan. Come on. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Every joke is hinted or is speckled with a layer of truth. Less 120 pounds and can now fit into these Teddy Fresh shorts I bought years ago. Congratulations. Good work. You did a good job. You got healthier while retaining beauty. That's what matters. Don't think that you're not beautiful before, but you can be just as beautiful after and feel a lot better. I spoke to Lonerbox about Hassan's ban on reading the Shooter's Manifesto. I'm just going to click this for a second.
So, okay, so if I go around and I start calling these...
Oh, that's funny. It's Loner Unboxed. I think I'll save this for later and actually watch this maybe on stream on Monday or something. That's pretty good. Yeah, you kind of have to vote 20 minutes if I don't give the 30-minute option. But I was only doing the 30-minute option because, like, am I really going to wait here until 1? Like, come on, man. Do I really have to stream? I have to wait? Like, come on, guys. This is fucked up. I'm dying here. What am I supposed to do? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love it. I love you guys. You guys are great. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. And I'm glad that you come to me in these trying times when they can't seem to press the go live button. What? Hopefully Ethan never gets poop sinus. This is what's going to happen this is what happens after Giardia. Denver woman's 7-year sinus nightmare started with a fart to the face. Go tell all your fart fetish homies to not be getting farted in the face anymore, or they could get a sinus infection. See, I'm gonna read this and give my 2 cents. Let's hope that they start and then you guys can't hear it, so it just sounds like I'm saying this without any kind of like contest. But this whole feud is a great example of why the left won't recover. Just wanted to say it because I haven't seen anyone else. The left is known for infighting. We are literally bent over letting the right fuck us, and leftist creators are fighting each other. That is the perfect depiction of today's political landscape. We don't lose the election because of Sleepy Joe, or we didn't lose the election because of Sleepy Joe, or because people actually wanted to vote for that racist orange man. We lost because we simply cannot agree. There is no nuance, and every leftist has an extreme need to be correct. I am sure Russia, Israel, China love to see it. They all feed into the left to create chaos and division, which ultimately hands the leadership over to the incompetent and malleable, Trump. Please, all of you, I beg, gear up now, start working on accepting other views, because we have to stop this if we want a chance to win again. But that's the thing is, it's hard because it's coming from individuals. The truth is that the left as a whole, liberals, progressives, whatever you want to call it, just people need to, before you can start arguing with the opposition, you need to stop arguing with, those who are supposed to be on your side, with your cohorts or whatever. Like, they're like, you're supposed to be able to actively point out flaws in other people's ideas, point out the flaws in like certain policies that people are trying to put forward, and in certain perspectives that people hold. But then people want to turn that into like, oh, you're a Zionist baby killer. Because like nobody said, I don't think anyone's ever even said Hassan is a terrorist. Everybody's always just, I mean, maybe people have actually. I take it back. I take that back. I take that back wholly. People have said that. I take that back. No, people did say that. But I think the totality of the sentiment is that Hassan supports terrorism. But you get what I'm saying, is people want to call Ethan a Zionist baby killer, but we're okay saying that Hassan supports terrorism because he does. And people want to argue with that, even though that's literally just a factual statement that he then like doubles down on when you bring it up to him. I'll take anything as long as it's not 100% Warzone. I mean, you can never know nowadays. With a title like this, ooh. We might be in for it today. Ooh, Vitaly update. He asked Philippine DILG Secretary Jonvik Ramula to drop the charges against him, citing mental health concerns. Ramula said no, and that even more charges against him will be filed in court next week. I'm just saying, I'm sure at least one person has said that Hassan's a terrorist. I'm sure it's happened at least once, so I won't speak in hyperbole and say that it's never happened. But I'd say the totality are people saying that he was a terrorist supporter. Ooh, they live? We're live!
Hello, everybody. It's Friday.
Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate everybody that stopped in. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, doing an H3 waiting room, unofficially. But yes, I really do thank you all so much. All the people that are members, all the people that have donated. It's amazing, beautiful, glorious, amazing stuff that I'm super proud of myself for and appreciate all of you for. Thank you. That is it for today. Thank you so much, and this is Captain Quasar signing off.